Okay, so this is how I drain the fuel from my Suzuki GSX750F. This is gonna be my second attempt of draining the fuel. Bingo! Literally tasting fuel. Definitely not recommend. Get some of it in there. This time I will make it slightly different. We'll try to use a vacuum. So I'm going to use these tubes that were originally on my tank. I'm going to use my fuel bucket. What I'm going to do now, I'm just going to reattach the tube that's gone from the reserve side. Now when this piece reattached, I'm going to pick my vacuum tube that was on the carburetor and reattach to the back of that hose. Let's have a look. So if I raise my tank, push it with the hand. Did not have a hose clip, but there you go, it's attached. To give myself a chance to just bend that tube so it's at the front of the tank. I'll position my fuel tank so I could just put that tube in there. Working well ventilated area in my shed, so that's okay. Now that the tube is in the tank and I don't have to touch it so it could leak, I will move to reserve position, which is on the left instead of on. Just like that. Let's create the vacuum. Unfortunately I have a vacuum pump, so I'm going to try it with the mouth. Now in this instance, you might will notice that my petcock is higher than the fuel tank. And the fuel in itself is located on the other side of the tank as well. So what I'm going to do to get all of the fuel out, I just simply will lift my tank, get all the fuel on one side, and put my tank at an angle, reinstall the tube. Tank is at the angle and all fuel is on one side. It's very heavy, so I definitely suggest to be careful. And let's repeat the process. Right, now when I believe I removed most of the fuel out of the tank, I'm just going to close this one up, move the way. This is the second way how to empty the fuel tank, which is I think much more efficient. It removes much more fuel. As you can see, there is nothing left inside there. Right, so my fuel tank is dirty. As you can really see, there is some rubbish there, dust and whatnot. I guess there is a tiny bit of a rust inside. And now I could either put the new fuel in or try to have a bit of a clean.